We have an alum, Salvador Cariaga, who is a great man. He loves God. He loves his fellow men. He does lots and lots of things for many, many people. We're very blessed that Salvador is with us this morning. Salvador has been, in the last week, on a number of news outlets as people are asking how they can help to deal with what the devastation that's been wrought in the Philippines. He's been on the Weather Channel, local and other national news. Ladies and gentlemen, please give your attention to our dear brother, Salvador Cariaga.
Howdy! Usually when I'm in Oklahoma City area, I'm the goat man. Today, unfortunately, I'm here as the weatherman. And I'm here to bring some bad news that took part halfway around the world. We have a 100-acre campus in central Philippines, and we took a direct hit. We have children's home, Christian camp, goat farm, pig farm, chicken farm, banana plantation, coconut plantation. All of these things were destroyed and decimated by this most powerful earthquake that hit our country, perhaps the world. This is how our place looked like before. We were building a paradise. Our goat program was starting to work. It's not perfect. We've got some work to do, work on it, but it's giving opportunity and hope to people. A village that was once unproductive and hardly anything grew, and people were poor and children were malnourished. Now it's being transformed and becoming the breadbasket of that land. Fruits are growing, vegetable gardens are flowing. Since we grow bees, since we raise bees and goats, we're now calling it as a community that flows with milk and honey. Unfortunately, the devastation hit us hard. What was once verdant and clean and promising. This is one of the huts that I like to show because it reflects a simple life but surrounded with vegetable gardens. I invite people from the States, especially young people like you, to visit, and I'll put you in my hut. No electricity, no running water, no indoor plumbing, just you, God, and the goats. And I lose about 90% after that. Multiple disasters hit the Philippines in the last month. First, the 7.2 earthquake that destroyed roads, villages, homes, shattered lives, and shook a nation. It's good when you see enough, it's bad enough when you see buildings that are standing like this, but when they are broken down, crumbling, almost disappearing between cracks, and lives being lost is the worst of all. And to think that this particular island, not too far away from ours, after this earthquake came tremendous flooding and rain. We immediately went on the ground and provide clean drinking water, mobilize our young people, encourage our churches to be a part of it, reach out to the impoverished, the weakest, the marginalized, the women and children, the older folks, and provide them as much relief as we can. But we were doing this from a distance. It was still 100 miles from our main base. People there were homeless. 250 aftershocks hit them after the major earthquake. Churches were helping out, boots on the ground, and our own people, our leaders in our group, were doing the distribution. And before they ran out of exhaustion, another typhoon came. And this time, the eye of the storm went through our 100-acre campus. What was once pristine, scenic, beautiful paradise that we were building. A place that is a source of hope to people where they can come and learn about self-sufficiency and breaking the cycle of poverty. Ran over trees, buildings, livelihood programs. This lady used to be poor. Now she's homeless. This represents one of our evangelistic work where we were planting small, struggling, little, new churches around. But I like this because it somehow symbolizes our defiance against disasters, that we will stand, we will rebuild, and we will continue. This is one of our latest and newest homes. One of your alumni is here. He funded this store. It was supposed to be our showcase where we will be selling goat milk and goat meat and vegetable gardens and fish bracelets and all kinds of things. Now, it's been flattened. Our buildings are no match to the 190 mile per hour wind that went through our country. 11 million people were affected by it. This is our strongest building that over about 200 people took shelter in this building at the height of the storm. Our preachers went out when the storm has already started from house to house, village to village, because I told them this is going to be strong. Tell them not to take chances. And they dragged out the women and the children to come and took shelter on this. You've seen dead bodies on TV lying, rotting. We were fortunate not to have a single casualty because of this shelter in the time of storm. Our preachers, our workers there are to be commended for risking their lives and warning people. We believe that this in turn will give us later on tremendous opportunity, not only to give them warning about the storm, but about the impending judgment, and that they can take shelter in the arms of Jesus, and that they can draw comfort and strength, and they can continue to live and live with Him for eternity. And people, mostly women and children, some pregnant, older women and men, went there and took shelter in this building. And they get to live another day to rebuild, another day to continue. And we will rebuild, and we will continue. And we hope to be able to continue not only to provide shelter to these people. Hundreds are lining up for food every day. We're now starting to build a refugee camp in that place. Our goats have been decimated. The forage for the goats to eat have been decimated. Food for the people are gone. And so we have to start from scratch. We're providing relief aid to people. We're providing them food, temporary shelter, and as well as other things. But our livestock, our gardens, our beef farm, our pig farm, our chicken farm, we have to start all over again in this program. And so what we hope to do next is to provide hope for the people there, to share to them not only what we have in physical aspect, but also spiritual. If any of you in the next few months or next summer would like to visit and work with us, we would like to have Oklahoma Christian students visit the Philippines and work with us hand in hand to help provide relief and as well as to rebuild. Thank you for this opportunity, for all of those who gave me a last-minute opportunity to be here. On Wednesday, I take a flight, and this disaster is a call for me to go home. Please pray that we can continue to do the work there. God bless you.